The Hansi Flick era has begun.
With a cross, Lewandowski with a header, it's 2-0. Brother Lewandowski has scored 2 goals in 2 minutes. Yamal, and Yamal into the roof of the net.
The new Barcelona side looks scary under the German manager, dominating teams in ways that we haven't seen since Pep Guardiola. Yamal, Pedri, Raphinha, Lewandowski, every player has improved under Flick, and their direct approach has led to goal after goal. From a manager who felt that Barcelona could not compete with Real Madrid to one with a no-excuse mentality, how exactly has Flick been able to get such better results while working with the exact same players that Xavi had? Hansi Flick is building an army at Barcelona. After years of instability, lost identity, and some disappointing results, Barcelona has entered a new era. Flick is now the general, and his mission has been clear: restore pride, win some trophies, and make Barcelona actually feared again. As a general, he had a strong reputation. He had won a sextuple with his Bayern army, spanking Barca in the process. You ate to be a Barca fan at that time, huh?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Yeah, I'll show myself out. As the new general took over, he knew that he was stepping into an army filled with a lot of talent. Flick saw the potential. He knew that rebuilding Barca wasn't about buying new soldiers, but about developing the existing ones. Flick's first job was to identify his leaders, the players he can trust to carry out his battle plans week in and week out. These are his soldiers. First, we have Szczęsny the Wall. The Polish keeper was retired, smoking cigs on the beach, but when Ter Stegen got injured, he got the call. In the beginning, he looked rusty, which is to be expected as the man was preparing for retirement. He struggled with the high defensive line, conceding some unusual goals, especially in the game against Benfica. Before that, he had also been sent off against Real Madrid. This made many question whether Flick was right to choose the 34-year-old Polish keeper over Peña as the starting goalkeeper. But there's a reason why Flick is the general, and the people criticizing him sit at home unemployed, tweeting. His belief in Szczęsny was rewarded when Barca met Benfica again, and the Polish keeper redeemed himself. This is why Flick wanted him as the wall, as the guardian of the army. This man is literally as cool as ice. While the whole Barca team was going crazy during their comeback against Atletico, this man was chilling by the post drinking water. This is what an army needs in their guardian, someone who is composed in high-stake matches, something that unfortunately Barcelona have lacked in the past few years. I'm looking at you, Ter Stegen. Now, Szczęsny was only part of Flick's grand plan for his army. He understood that in front of the keeper has to be a fortress, and that is where the defenders come in. Every army needs a future leader, a young warrior who isn't just good in battle, but has the potential to lead a lasting legacy. For Barcelona, that soldier is Pau Cubarsí, the baby-faced assassin who's fast becoming the heart of the defense, and maybe, just maybe, the next general. In this Barcelona army that was structured under the sharp eye of General Hansi Flick, Cubarsí isn't just another soldier. He's basically the lieutenant commander, the young prodigy trusted with responsibilities that veterans would find intimidating. And he's executing the plan like he's been playing football for 30 years. Despite being only a teenager, he's already anchoring Flick's backline like it's second nature. He reads the game with the calmness of a player like Maldini. He commands space with maturity, and he plays out of pressure like he's a center attacking midfielder. In Flick's army, Cubarsí is more than just a center back. He's actually the architect of the build-up. He's the one who breaks the press. He's the one that launches attacks from deep with his incredible passing. His vision is like using a drone. He scans the entire field looking for weaknesses. And what's great is that he can play threading balls on the ground or ping cross-field passes to initiate the attacks. It's like having a soldier in the army who can scan everything even when there's fog. He's a teenager doing a man's job and doing it better than most. Just don't let Diddy hear about him. His timing, positioning, aerial duels, game IQ, it's all beyond his years. He's the spine of Flick's defense, one of the most important members of the back line. He's the kind of soldier who doesn't need to shout to lead. He lets his play do the talking. Then you have Jules Koundé, the special forces operative. There's no other word to describe him. Every great army needs a soldier who can adapt to any situation, execute high-risk missions, and do it all without asking questions. That's Jules Koundé. He might not be playing in his preferred position. After all, he had been a center back for the majority of his career before his time at Barca. Yet when the stakes are the highest, his versatility is vital. He's basically an agent you sent undercover. Despite the fact that he's not naturally a right back, Flick has no issues deploying him there when the stakes are the highest. Defending, attacking, recovering the ball, Koundé has been doing it all. He's even getting goals and assists now. He's capable of both leading counterattacks or shutting them down. Like special forces, he's dropped wherever the danger is greatest. Then you have Inigo Martinez. the heavy infantry. This guy is the enforcer, strong, immovable. While Cubarsí is the silent leader, Araujo is very vocal. He has no problem absolutely destroying someone with a tackle. Then you have Eric Garcia, the engineer. He's tactical, calm, very much overlooked. He can play in the back line, he can play in the midfield. His job is to ensure that the defensive system stays intact and that the level doesn't drop. His efforts go unnoticed by many people, but not by the general. Then of course, how can I forget Alejandro Balde? He's the Flash, incredibly fast, so good at carrying the ball, an unreal athlete. He's perfect in big games. He covers distance so quickly that it shocks attackers. He bombards forward, but is also solid defensively. In the army, he would be the messenger, sprinting from camp to camp, delivering messages as quickly as possible. Meanwhile, on the football pitch, he's like a bolt of lightning, destroying teams on the left side. At some points, going by 1, 2, 3, 4 players in a row. It's like having a left winger at fullback, but one that isn't a defensive liability. He used to be good before, but now he's the best left back in the world. And then we get to the main part of this army, the front line, the attackers, Barcelona's assault unit. Robert Lewandowski, he's the sniper. Every army needs a cold, calculated, and deadly weapon at the front. Someone who waits, watches, and then strikes with precision. For Barcelona, that weapon is Lewandowski. As I said, the sniper. He's not just a striker, he's really a specialist. He's not the kind of soldier who needs to run all over the battlefield. After all, the man is pushing 40. Instead, he picks his moments, locks onto the target, and fires with deadly accuracy. At least he's been doing it lately. There were times where his finishing was horrendous. Even now, he scores the harder chances but misses the easy one. With 25 goals, the Polish sniper leads the front line. He's the clinical marksman. Honestly, every strike he takes is with purpose. Put a ghillie suit on this guy and he's a sniper in COD 4. Now, of course, it's no surprise that Leva is thriving again. The last time he was at his absolute best, breaking records, winning trophies, scoring a ton of goals, it was under Hansi Flick. So when the two reunited, it was obvious that we were going to see the best version of him. A revitalized Lewandowski, a sniper back on the hunt. Like I said, he doesn't need to roam the pitch. He operates in the zones where the most damage is done. The final third, the 6-yard box, the blind spot behind defenders. When Pedri and Yamal pull the strings, when Raphinha is stretching the defense, when chaos is created, Lewandowski is there, waiting, watching, ready. He only needs one touch, and despite being on the older side, he's unbelievably flexible, probably from doing all that yoga with his wife. He twists his body around like a pretzel. People love to glaze Ronaldo's longevity and how he took care of his body, but no attention is given to Lewandowski, who is about to win the Pichichi as a 36-year-old. Lewandowski is pushing 40. He's an unk, and yet he might win the Pichichi over the turtle who's supposed to be in his prime. Imagine scoring less goals than a TikToker. Then you have Raphinha the Raider, a master of offense and chaos. Raphinha brings the goals and assists. He's basically a goal contribution merchant. It doesn't matter how well he's performing, he's gonna get you some output. He sprints through the enemy lines. He creates chances in chaos. And he absolutely frustrates defenses with his unpredictability and speed. He's the soldier who fights with fire in his lungs and right on the front lines. He's afraid of nothing. He is such an essential warrior on the pitch, wearing the armband, leading the troops. He's a soldier who embodies intensity, directness, and more importantly, heart. Someone who doesn't just play the game, he hunts down the opposition and does it with a smile on his face. I would call him the relentless raider. You can feel it in the way he plays, the rage of being doubted throughout his career, the energy of someone with something to prove. The chip on his shoulder is the size of Lizzo. Then you have Lamine Yamal, the prince of the front line. In every great army, there's one young warrior, brave, gifted, and fearless, who carries both the present and the future on his shoulders. For Barca, that warrior is Yamal, the prince of the front line, the spark that lights the fire. Once again, another player who, despite only being a teenager, is already one of, if not the best players on the team. In an army, he'd be the scout, young, fast, and fearless. He opens up spaces, exposes the vulnerabilities, and then maps the battlefield for others to strike. His development has been insane. He's already, in my opinion, the most important soldier in the army. Every attack flows through him. He provides the assists, he scores the goals, and he creates the chaos. He's not just a part of the plan, he is the plan. He's the creative force on the wing. We have seen Barca's drop off when he's not there. When Yamal is on the pitch, you get the best version of Raphinha, the best version of Lewandowski. His left foot is like a magical wand, and every week he's breaking some kind of record. Now, of course, we can't forget the command center, the midfielders, Barca's core. Pedri is the field general. In every elite army, there is a mind behind the mission, a battlefield strategist. He won't be the loudest or the flashiest, but he's the one who ensures that the entire operation moves like clockwork. In Barca's army, that soldier, that mastermind is Pedri. He's not just a commander, he's the conductor-in-chief, the tactical brain of Hansi Flick's operation, the engine of control, the guy that keeps the whole army marching in rhythm. I know I'm glazing him like crazy, but Pedri really is Barcelona's brain. He commands the midfield both with his intelligence and composure. Every pass, every touch, there's purpose to it. The casuals think that he's just spinning or playing simple passes, but those who truly understand football understand just how important Pedri is. He's the bridge between the defense and the attack. He's the one who dictates the tempo, determining whether Barcelona should play fast or slow it down. Especially in Flick's army, that role is so important because Flick is all about speed, directness, and organized chaos. But in the eye of that storm, there has to be someone calm who's pulling the strings, and that's Pedri. When everyone else is sprinting, he's gliding. When others are panicking and scrambling, he's calculating. Because in the battlefield, things can get frantic. Press and traps come closing in, and the army, well, they need someone to pick the right pass under pressure. And Pedri has done that time and time again, raising his baton, and with a flick of his wrist, he has created something. He's never gonna top the goals and assist charts, but he's one of the most vital soldiers in this army. People might not see it, stat apps won't fully capture it, but anyone who watches the 90 minutes knows Pedri is the string puller, the puppet master. Now these were the established soldiers. Flick has also done an excellent job of making soldiers that previously felt lost or abandoned now feel like important members of the army. These are those soldiers. You got Frenkie de Jong, the sergeant. When Flick came in, he saw that de Jong is a tactical genius. He wasn't a problem to be solved, but rather a weapon to be unleashed. That's why Flick used him in a double pivot, a setup that allowed Frenkie to do what he does best: carry the ball through enemy ranks, press and recover, and dictate the tempo. He's no longer isolated as the sole number 6. He's the engine of the movement. His ball carrying pause is actually exceptional. He's one of the best in the world at it, and Flick, he's been using that to his advantage. Frankie's role is no longer to be this defensive anchor that Xavi wanted from him. He's like a recon commander now. He's always scanning, always on the move, always carrying the ball forward with elegance. Then you have Fermin Lopez. He's still learning, but he's also still getting a lot better. He's a young soldier who's eager to prove himself. He's brave, agile, and loves to score goals. He's not really the typical mold that you see come from La Masia. He's more direct, less about tiki-taka, more about getting the ball in the back of the goal. And that's a nice change of pace to see. He takes orders and is working to earn his stripes with each appearance. The same thing can be said for Gerard Martin, a player who I honestly previously thought was only playing because he had Hansi Flick's nudes on his phone. He's been a lot better recently, although I will say he's the perfect example that Flick's system is incredible. He can put any soldier there, and as long as he follows Flick's instructions, he will perform. But credit where credit is due. Another soldier who fell out of place but now feels like he belongs is Ferran Torres. To see how Ferran went from a meme to an incredibly important soldier, you gotta check out this video right here.